If you're tired of hearing the same old basic mindset and motivational fluff talk, you've come to the right show. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast, where we dish on everything from managing that crazy brain of yours to manifesting abundance to my straightforward, actionable steps that will make you major money online. Now, I'm not your typical multimillionaire entrepreneur. It takes a small village to keep my anxiety and depression in check. I'm inherently disorganized with an intense obsession with office supplies. Your girl here is a digital marketing content expert who's generated over $200 million in sales. I promise by tuning in twice a week, you will get a much needed refreshing dose of truth, clarity, and cash-making advice. Now let's get to it. What up, my people, my posse, my fellow crazies? I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, and let's start today with a declaration for fall. I shared this inside my Secret Posse Weekly Digest, which if you're not a part of that, it's free. The content's exclusive, and I give you weekly custom affirmations, excerpts from my own journal entries that I feel will really bring up stuff for you so you can process, so you feel less alone in it, you feel less stuck, less weird, because you're not anymore, well, maybe you are more weird than me. But there's nothing worse than feeling like you're alone in life and everyone else is just out there like living their best and you're over on the other side like a complete shit show. Well, you're inside my Secret Posse Weekly Digest. You'll realize you're not alone. It'll make you laugh. The emails I send are designed to read in 30 seconds or less. I always include something either funny, uplifting, and stuff that you can screenshot and make for your wallpaper on your phone, or you can print it out or write it out and put it on your mirror. So here's one that we got a ton of email replies back from. My life is everything I desire it to be because my fears and worries are a product of a past me that no longer exists. My life is everything I desire it to be because my fears and worries are a product of a past me that no longer exists. Isn't that great? And what that's really saying is not discounting the past you that got you here, not putting that version of you down, shaming that version of you. It's saying that version of me that is getting in the way of where I want to be for my future, for my goals, that version of me who is doing behaviors and having thoughts and patterns that is keeping me stuck, that's keeping me in resistance, that's holding me back. I'm going to let that part of him or her go so that I can have the life that I truly desire and I'm destined to have. And I'm going to stop standing in the way of the universe because that's what you're doing. You're actually standing in the way of the universe, God doing their work. You're blocking your abundance by staying in this resistance, staying in these old patterns and beliefs and all this muck that you know you're tired of yourself, but you just don't know how to get yourself out of it. But it's also a choice when you do that by not getting the support that you need in order to get you to take different actions, get you to develop new habits, get you to create new patterns of thinking in your brain around money, around success, around your self-doubt crap. That's you not actually doing the thing. And we've got to let go of that past you that has been getting in the way. So let's do that today. Let go of him or her today. You can sign up for the Secret Posse Weekly Digest. Again, it's completely free. Swipe up. There's a link right there in the show notes. And you want to make sure that you bookmark or save the email address because it might end up, very likely, in fact, to end up in your junk mail or spam. That's just what happens these days. So make sure you go in there and check it out. Today's episode, how to create a six-figure membership for your business. Let me tell you something. You want to get your time back, which is why you either want to leave a corporate job, you have left a corporate job, you've been an entrepreneur, you are a wantrepreneur, wherever you're at. It's not just because you want the money. And like, listen, we like money. We like luxury things. We like all that. It's the options you're after. And it's the time and freedom that you really want. It's that freedom to control your own schedule. It's the freedom to do what you want when you want, work at your best hours, your most creative hours, be able to plan your life around your work. Or is that the other way around? Yeah, plan your life around your work, not your work around your life. You know what I mean. I haven't had enough coffee. Whichever way, you get it. And you want to do that, and then you start a business or you start to go into it, and you're like, okay, this is a lot of work. This is a lot. I feel like I'm doing a lot of time for money. I'm spending so much time on content, on emails, on programs, on servicing my clients, on helping my clients, on fulfilling orders, on creating products. And you're like, oh my God, it was actually less stressful. Yeah, I might be making more money, but it was actually less stressful having a regular job because I could just come home at the end of the day and not worry about it. When you have a business, it's like the work really never ends because there's always something you could be creating and doing and brainstorming and all the admin crap. So here's how we're going to get your time back. It's something that I've coined this term called time leveraging. And you always want to hire and learn from a lazy business coach. And I know some of you have reached out to me and said, Tiffany, don't call yourself lazy because then you're going to be lazy and you are what you say you are. I'm doing it in tongue in cheek. I mean, but it also is kind of true. I'm really not available for doing anything that's unnecessarily hard. If I need to do stuff that's uncomfortable, that's scary, that's awkward, and even stuff that's hard in order to get what I want to get, yeah, I'll do it. I'll absolutely do it. But I'm not going to just be busy for the sake of being busy anymore. I'm not going to proclaim my exhaustion like a badge of honor like I used to. I mean, I really didn't know any better. And there's a whole society of it. Who's more exhausted than the next person? I don't tend to hear men proclaim this as often. I feel like it's like an epidemic of women, and then it's even stronger like in the mom community. I'm so exhausted in the corporate world. I'm so exhausted. Who's more exhausted? Who's busier than the next person? Who has more on their plate than the next person? I'm not impressed. What I'm impressed with are the people who really have a lot of time on their hands. And when you ask, what are you doing there this weekend? And they're like, oh, hanging with the fam, going to TJ Maxx, buying some stuff online, chilling, going to the beach, maybe go on a little trip. Those are the people I want to learn from. Well, as long as they're not broke. Don't learn from someone who doesn't have the receipts, okay? For anything. You don't want to get relationship coaching from me, for example. I have receipts, but they're not in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So here's how to determine if your business and if you are ready for a membership. Because this is a big question I got back when we did our first part 1 of the live training inside my ProjectME Posse business coaching membership last week. And we did part 1 on teaching how to create a 6-figure membership step by step. A lot of the questions we got back are, is this the right time? Should I be further along? Do I need more of an audience? Do I need to be more niched? Do I need to have more clients? So let me answer this question because my guess is you have that one as well. So you may love the idea of having reoccurring monthly revenue because this is how we do time leveraging. And I'm going to spell out an example of that. But you aren't sure if you have a large enough audience or enough people to fill a membership. So you don't want to put a membership out there and then you have 3 people. Not that you don't care about those 3 people, but my guess is that wouldn't feel good to you to only serve a handful of people and then you're pouring all of this effort into them, whether it's monthly, quarterly, biannually, weekly, whatever, however your membership or subscription is set up. So you want to make sure that you're picking the right time. And I love this question because when people say, oh, it's always a good time to go for it. No, it's fucking not. That is not fucking true. It is not always a good time to go for it. And you know where I learned that? Small, short digression here. So I grew up in the Midwest. The shit's flat. I did not grow up skiing. That wasn't a thing. So when I came out to California, everyone like goes like skiing on the weekends and that kind of stuff. And of course I wanted to be part of it. And I always wanted to try. I was really more drawn to snowboarding, but everyone said try skiing first because snowboarding's harder and you'll like fall 1,000 times. So I'm in, I think it was Tahoe, and I hired a private like hot instructor, as one does. And I was like, okay, so we did the bunny hill vibe. Like I've actually have really good balance. So I did well. And then he's like, all right, we can go to the green diamond or whatever the next thing is. I was like, okay. And then we were at the top and I go, how do I know when I'm ready to go? Like, are you just going to push me? Like, I need to know what's going on. Of course, like a PTSD survivor would say stuff like that. I need to know what the hell's going on and don't surprise me. Okay. And he goes, well, he's like, it's always a good time to go. Just go. Well, let me tell you something. That was not good because he said that. And then I felt kind of stupid. If I like had a split second thing of, well, I'm really not ready yet. I need a moment. But I'm like, I didn't want to look stupid. And so, because he just said that and I wanted to be very coachable and I was in my ego and I went and I ran. I literally plowed into someone and had the biggest bruise of my life that was there for 2 months. So no. It is not always a good time to go, but you can get caught up in your head and so stuck that you never go. But in business, you want to be able to stack the odds in your favor. So let's stack them in your favor so you have a most likely chance of something being successful when you launch, when you roll it out, when you put the new thing out. Let's at least stack the odds in your favor. Is that a guarantee? No, there are no guarantees in business. There are none. All we're doing, from multi-trillion-dollar companies all the way down to a small business, all we're doing is using proven concepts, proven strategies, plus instinct, plus creativity, plus our intuition to go, okay, I feel this is the right time and we've got these XYZ things in place. Okay, let's do it. That's how it really looks behind the scenes. So in order to have a successful membership, you don't need hundreds and thousands of members. Some of the best clubs and support groups that I've been a member of have had less than 20 people in them. That, in fact, a lot of people will go, oh, it's even more of a benefit. It's almost like semi-private coaching. That's incredible. That's how my posse is set up like that. That's why I can call it a business coaching membership. No one else has one. And if someone does, they copied me. This was very innovative when I put it out. I saw a hole in the market. So that's something for you to also take note of. What doesn't exist that I would love to see exist, or that the old me would have loved, or that you feel is really necessary? And I didn't see that it existed. Everything that was out there is you had to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to learn from someone at my level. And not to say I don't have offerings like private coaching, my mastermind, and higher level programs that you do have to pay that to learn from me at that level. But I wanted to make it an accessible level for everyone at $3.33 a day. So how my membership is set up is I cap it at 250 members. Because I'm keeping it intimate and manageable to where all of my members feel heard and seen and get their questions answered during the lives. And then it's small enough where the accountability is there. I can tell if people aren't showing up or if they've dropped off. And then I go like, haunt you guys. Like, hey, we miss you. Where are you at? What's going on? And then you feel like you'll be missed. It's kind of like a class in college. You have a lecture hall class in college that had like, I don't know, my college was small. Shout out Emerson Mafia. My college was small, so it was like maybe if it was like 80 people, but 80 people, if one's missing, your professor might not notice. But those classes that had 18, 22 students, that's not a class you like drink the night before. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to start most likely where most of you are at by creating more of an intimate membership, unless, again, you have a very, not even necessarily large following. You have a sizable following that's highly engaged, where you've sold maybe lower ticket stuff before, like a self-paced course before, and a ton of people buy it. That's a really good hint that you can have a larger membership. So if you're doing an intimate membership, your price point should be higher for this exclusivity and for you to feel good about the time and energy you're putting into your members. So let's look at this. 10 members times $100 a month is $1,000 a month. 10 members times $25 a month is $250 a month. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same amount of effort you're putting in, but you're making a quarter of the revenue by doing $25 a month at 10 members. It's okay to have $25 a month, but you just need to know the catch there is you need to have a lot more members for that exchange of energy and time and effort and your heart of whatever it is you're delivering in the membership, so it feels good to you so you don't quit. For me, I knew I had a minimum, and I asked this during the live training in the posse. I made everyone determine a minimum, and you can still access that replay as long as you join the posse. And then this Friday, we have part 2, and you don't have to watch them in order, but they're both right there for you. You can ask live questions. I'm bringing on a guest who has created an incredibly powerful community in the mental health and wellness space using a third-party app called Patreon. So you can learn all about how to do that, and you don't even have to do any of the tech. It's already done for you, because I wanted you to hear the perspective of how I've done it and how I've helped multi-billion-dollar businesses all the way to solopreneurs create incredibly profitable memberships of various sizes. And then I wanted you to hear a different option just so you can have your creativity really be expanded. There's no rules around this in how you design it. And have a third-party app do all the work and have a lower price point, and that's also okay. But I just want you to keep in mind, you're going to have more members in order to make more money. And in the beginning, you might go, well, Tiff, I'm okay being of service and doing that in the beginning. I know I need to grow, and it's okay, and I'm reasonable, and I feel you, and I believe you. And then I know what's going to happen. I would say 4 months from now, you're going to start getting burned out because the exchange rate of what you're giving and receiving is off, and it's not going to feel good. So you will get more people willing to quickly join at $25 a month versus $100 a month. But like I said, you'll need far more people in order to receive revenue that feels good for your efforts. Something else you need to consider is the amount of focused content and topics you will create for your membership. So you want to pick something that you're extra passionate about teaching. Otherwise, you will hit a content fatigue burnout point with the content monster. And it doesn't matter if you're doing a subscription box for you're sending t-shirts to people a month. It doesn't matter. Maybe you have a course membership and you send out a new course once a quarter with a workbook. Whatever it is, whether it's physical products, digital products, live trainings, a combination of all of it, it's still content. So if it's not something that you're really jazzed about talking about incessantly, and you already talk about it now for free in maybe your social media content, I wouldn't do it. So it's got to be a topic. It's got to be around a thing or what you help people with. It's got to be around something you can speak about incessantly that you won't tire of, because when you lose the passion and the zest for that, you will end up losing members and it won't work. And this same thing holds true, by the way, for podcasting and blogging. And don't start tripping going, oh my God, I have to talk about the same thing every single month, every single week. No, there's about 1 million topics under this umbrella. You're just basically picking the umbrella that you're talking about, the umbrella of issues and struggles you're helping your people with. There are no rules when you create a membership in a way that your ideal clients in your audience will be excited to join and stay. But it's equally as important that it feels fun for you. So the rules more strategically, how to set it up, what to really think about, how to get people to join it, how to get people to stay. And that's something we also talked about in part 1 inside this incredible training. So inside the Posse right now, and there's only 48 hours left of my birthday flash sale. So right now you get $50 off your first month inside the Posse, plus you get my content creation made easy bundle. That's normally $297. You get it for free with this flash sale. So the Posse is $3.33 a day. You get weekly live trainings from me and other special guest experts. Like I said, the topic this Friday is how to create a six-figure membership for your business, how to build it step by step. There's 2 parts to this training. You don't have to watch them in order. You get a library, a membership portal that now has over 200 prior live trainings on every topic you can imagine, from growing on Instagram, how to start your coaching business, how to get more ideal clients, how to start and create an email list that people are excited to join, what to do with LinkedIn, what to do with Pinterest, what to do with TikTok, how to really leverage Reels and make profitable content instead of people just consuming your content like vampires and never buying from you. I have full series on how to launch for Black Friday, which that should be one of the next trainings you go to right away inside the Posse. I deliberately put that multi-part training in early so that you could set up your Black Friday offer now and be ready to go for that day after US Thanksgiving. And this applies to everyone all over the world, even though, of course, it was created by greedy ass Americans. It is the day after US Thanksgiving, and most every country goes along with it, because just on that one day alone, $13 billion will be spent online this year on that one day alone. And it's of all different niches, all different industries. So you'd be crazy not to do that. So I'd love to see you inside the Posse. You do need to use a special code in order to get this flash sale. There's only 48 hours left. That code is SECRET50. So SECRET50 at checkout, projectmewithttiffany.com/ProjectMe Posse. Swipe up. All of it is inside the show notes, including that link. And love to have you in here, and we can go in the weeds on where to host your membership, what to talk about in your membership, what are different offerings you can put in your membership so they're unique, what to name your membership, how to get more people excited to join your membership, and all of your other questions. You're not going to want to miss that. That's live this Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you have access to unlimited replays inside the Posse. And this is what one of the members recently said who joined. I love the group calls and spitballing, the spitballing we do with Tiffany herself. It is insane and worth every damn penny. Basically, you're insane if you don't sign up. Amber Marino, wellness coach. I love that one. Excited to see you in there. Get your time and money back. This is leveraging your time. What you can do and teach to all these people, hundreds of people, in 1 hour a week or in 5 hours a month. I mean, I'll end with this. I would say I always over deliver. So I would say I put in 5 to 7 hours a month into my membership. Okay. That's like max 5 to 7 hours a month. I make $300,000 to $350,000 a year on my membership. So that's about $25,000 to $30,000 a month. Would you give 5 to 7 hours a month in order to get $25,000 to $30,000? Would you give 5 to 7 hours a month to get 10 grand, to get 7 grand, to get 12 grand, to get 15 grand, to get 22 grand? I hope you would. And this is the time leveraging I'm talking about. And everyone wins. It's like when you go in on a gift for someone in your family, and all the siblings and the cousins all put in, let's say, $25 to buy a nicer gift for grandma. This is the membership model. Everyone is pooling in and giving a smaller amount in order to get the designer luxury experience, the luxury coaching, the luxury goods, the luxury products, the luxury access. But you're all splitting the cost at a micro fraction on what it would be. What I teach inside the Posse is literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars of material is in there, but because everyone pools it together and only has to pay $3.33 a day, I can make these trainings accessible to all of you and still feel really good and honored myself for what I'm receiving for it. So I want you to think of it that way. And whether it's a subscription box, whether you're doing an exclusive paid-only content, whether you're doing OnlyFans, which is something we need to talk about. OnlyFans is not just for sexual stuff. OnlyFans is a great platform for memberships as well. So we're going to do all of this inside my famous ProjectME Posse business coaching membership. Swipe up, get in there before the flash sale ends. You have less than 48 hours left, and I'm excited to see you there this Friday. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.